Alright, this time we are going to play against Katago with 2 handicap stones. Since we won last time with 3 handicap stones with like 3 points. 2 stones is going to be really difficult, but we'll see how far we can get. Immediate invasion. That's really strange. Did the invasion before even going for the corners? Well, it doesn't matter which side I'm defending on since it's all symmetrical. I guess me defending actually enabled the play, right? I could have taken another corner. Now the tree 4 was played, which is going to... It does reduce my wall potential to only being for the center, I think. Like, playing here will always be very low in value. I could just play c4 and kill this, but then I potentially have a game in which Katago can get 3 half corners, right? Because it doesn't matter unless I do a sun here, which is very inefficient. The normal extensions will all leave the attachment Joseki open. I'm just gonna play the 4-4 here instead of playing one of the 3-4s. I think the 3-4s might be better, but I don't know towards which side. Okay. I'm essentially only thinking about 2 things here. It's either to go for the double honey or to go for the regular 3-stone wall. I don't really like the double honey because it leaves a Ponuki here, which is going to attack this side right here. Yeah, I think the person who does the double honey is ending in Gote, right? So it's gonna end in a Ponuki, and then he can like semi-double approach this corner right here. So let's go for this instead. The question is, do I care about the Hane enough? About the bend here? I think I do. Because the bend here with this stone makes me feel like these 3 stones are in big trouble. I will need to do a lot of saving actions in order to make this group alive while he's building. Guess running in the center doesn't really do much for him. If this lives, running in the center isn't going to do much. Only building on it's only going to establish the sides here and here. But it's still free, right? And so it's better than nothing. I'm going to bend here. C7 here is still big. Yeah, I don't like the C7 bend. I was thinking about C2 too, but he can still. I think he can still run to the open. So I'm gonna extend here once. I think we have to extend once more because the Hana on 2 stones is big. It's kind of the same reason. But additionally, it's gonna strengthen the top side too. The 3-3 invasion is still always going to be a thing here. But I might just let him live on let him take the entire left side. The attachment is what I'm worrying about more, or the attachment or the approach here. Because once he approaches, cashing out with this wall is going to be more and more difficult. I think once he attaches, I might be forced to attach myself on F10. I mean, once he approaches, I might be forced to approach and attach on F10. No, if I do that, then he will have a running group towards here, which will destroy the entire center potential that I could have. Maybe I'm aiming too much. But also while he's running, he will also attack my right stone. Yeah, I'm just gonna extend once more. I don't like the Hane and then the threat of cutting. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I had to cut out the recording because I got a call, but I forgot to press the recording button again. But what happened is that we essentially built a big wall here. The 3-3 invasion later on happened here. So we had to extend here for a big wall. 3-3 invasion happened. We decided to still build a wall here. We also decided to connect the cutting stone here when B8 was played. We decided to do a small knights extension here on the top. Against the low approach here on L8, we defended with M10, and now we are where we are. And I'm essentially thinking about bending on one of the corners here. The top one essentially gives me half corner, or if I should already aim for the center here. I was thinking about the peep on K7 as example, but I'm actually worried that even if he connects, like how much I can actually get out of peep, because the play on just extending on k8 is gonna slowly eat up the stone here, right? But it will slow down the expansion, so maybe it's worth peeping right now. I'm gonna go for the peep right now. Guess that's also a way to defend the peep, right? I read about it, but I haven't seen it yet. This way, yeah, this helped him reduce RG on the bottom side too, at the same time. If I push now, I can't threaten the push and cut as much. I think pulling back is a good idea. We will semi-connect with the release stones. And we also threaten the disconnect afterwards. Because afterwards the push and cut works. Let's do that. We could also extend towards J7. Because the problem here is essentially that once you push back, J7 reduces a lot of my center too. Let's pull back. We have two. I didn't think about that. That's pretty bad. We will have trouble defending these stones now. I guess that's not the end of the world. We will get this. These white stones are probably just going to walk through and cut me off here, but I will just have to make the best with what I can. Try to extend the liberties here, because while I'm extending, I will threaten the cut too. And then we can still we can build territory on the top side, while as in we can close this off, while also building the top wall in order to get some profit on the bottom maybe. So that, oops, okay, drawing my center. I guess it's not my center. This is like exactly on the sector line, right? These two stones are weak, so I want to extend their liberties for sure. Does the push and cut work? Doesn't. This one has one liberty too much. I would need to connect on k9. If I attach, he can hide on the left side and walk in, run in here, essentially taking everything away. Feel like h8 might be the play. It is good against the push here, meaning I don't need to defend. And it's also helping me to surround this. Let's do that. Cashing out on the bottom here. How do I close this off efficiently? This is also threatening making the honey here for them better, right? Still going to take me like 2 moves in order to fully connect them. I could also play F7, which will connect them, I believe. But it is Gote. But I feel like I'm forced to play it. If I don't play it, I might need 2 moves again in order to close it off, because I don't like the attachment on F8. I don't like playing this in Gote hurts a lot, because there's still the top side, the bottom side, and this area which we all can get in center potentially. I also don't think that we can really bully something here, because he can still jump to F7, right? If I play G5, he's just going to extend against G5, because the push isn't really threatening. I'm not disconnecting anything here. I definitely feel that F7 is way too slow, because at that point they can just seal off with, they can play something like F5 even, which probably doesn't make sense, but this territory, this is probably bigger than what I have at the top and on the middle here. Yeah, we are essentially 13 points behind, I think. Like this line, at least. We are those, that's the points we are behind. I think we are way more behind. I'm probably aiming to surrender this game. From what I'm counting, I'm losing a lot. I'm gonna look at the score graph and then probably just play some center moves, but yeah. No, not the score graph, this one. I'm still winning by 1.7 points, apparently. We can still keep going. Yeah, let's play the center moves that I'm thinking about first, which is first the top side, top left, then the right side, and then the left side here. And then we would close off the center. That's what I'm thinking on what I should be doing. It's not even center. Yeah, that wasn't center. I think we just lost. We are forced to seal this up now. We would play this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give up. Estimated store says only 1 point, but it feels way more. Let's give this one up. Resigned. Okay, let's look at the performance report. Made a big opening mistake. It's kind of how it felt too. I felt behind from the start. Middle game is kind of usual, so usually my problem. Let's go for analysis. I want to actually see the last place here first, before I played the top, and I let it read a bit. There was an invasion here. I guess because these are all only 2 space extensions, but it felt kind of strange. It feels so connected. Let's go back to the start first. Bonding there was still fine. Probably didn't read enough, not enough visits. That was my first mistake. I extended here. I felt I needed to extend because the cutting point was threatened. Let's say I played here. I see. So these stones are not actually cut. I can still save them. What if white cuts immediately? Then I go for a base. I see. Okay, I get it. The connection there was my biggest mistake. Yeah, because I thought the connection was a threat. The disconnection was the cutting point was a threat. Is what I thought. But it's good to know in hindsight because this is really common, right? The connect on top was a mistake for them. Because this is the net, right? Is that the idea? Yes, they are netted. Okay, I see. I get it. I was thinking that these white stones would be able to take my corner, run into the corner, but I should have noticed from the shape that this net. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Because if I play here, I'm essentially destroying the white's potential for the center at the same time. Even if I don't get the center, we can still profit on the bottom side. Well, we will be able to get some part of the center, but the diagonal here will be likely reduced. Yeah, and this is where I essentially surrendered. It says here that I'm still ahead, but I don't know how. I see. I thought the attachment was actually pretty bad, but I think it is mainly because of shape. Because we have later this Atari, which will help with the right side. Can also always cut off like this. Alright. I think it wasn't too bad. We probably would have lost by more than 30 points or something. I don't think we would have died. It was a peaceful game, but we would have just died by we would have just lost by a lot of points. Alright.